Question number 19. The molecular diagnosis method used for early diagnosis is based on the principle of antigen-antibody interaction. Options: PCR, 2. ELISA, 3. DNA fingerprinting, 4. PCR and ELISA. Okay, here it is related to the molecular diagnosis question. What do you mean by molecular diagnosis? Actually, we know that when any person is deceased, generally they will go for diagnosing the presence of any pathogen in that body, in that human body. So that is what we call it as a molecular. That means which organism is present and what is that genetical material related to that one, or what is the molecule that is present in that one is studied. But there are some diseases where when they are in the early stages, we can't get the result when we do the diagnosis, right? So here there are some techniques where we can go for early diagnosis. That means before the symptom formation we can identify that particular disease. How it is done? It is done with the two techniques called as PCR, that is called as polymerase chain reaction. What is happening during this process means they will multiply that molecules which are responsible for the disease, and then they will identify that so and so is responsible for that disease. That is polymerase chain reaction. Other one is there ELISA, that is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. So these are the two techniques which are used for early diagnosis in the molecular diagnosis process. And of course here one more option is given, that is DNA fingerprinting. So DNA fingerprinting is useful in the forensic sciences in identifying the the culprits who had participated in some murder or something else. Okay, right? And also it is useful for the disputes related to children and parents. Right? This is not related to this aspect. Now let us concentrate on PCR and ELISA. And in that one, here the question is related to antigen-antibody interaction. So ELISA is based on the principle. ELISA is based on the principle called as antigen and antibody principle or interaction. It is based on the principle called as antigen and antibody. So what is this antibody and antigen interaction means? Actually we know that if any foreign particle will enter into that human body, so our immune system will have some antibodies, they start attacking that antigen, right? So that will be identified by this ELISA. So that is a way we say that ELISA is based on the principle called as antigen antibody interaction. Antigen antibody interaction. So question number 19, the correct answer is 2. Question number 20, study the following and identify the correct statement. Options: 1. Selection of DNA fragments is done by gel electrophoresis. Option number 2. Retroviruses in animals have the ability to transform normal cells into cancerous cells. 3. Agarose gel is a natural polymer extracted from red algae. 4. In gene gun method, cells are bombarded with silver coated with DNA. Okay, here from the given 4 statements we had identified which of the 4 is a correct statement. Now first one, here it is a question related to gel electrophoresis. So gel electrophoresis is done for separation of the DNA fragments after the activity of molecular seizures, because when we say that restriction enzymes will act on the DNA, it will cut into small fragments called as DNA fragments, and those fragments are separated with the help of this gel electrophoresis. But in the statement it is given as selection of DNA fragments. Okay, here it is the separation process. It is a separation process, but there is one other method called as a Southern blotting technique. Southern blotting technique is the one which is useful for the selection of DNA fragments. But in the question it is given as gel electrophoresis was selection. So that is incorrect. Then second one, retroviruses. Okay, we know that retroviruses are the one which are present in animals, and they have the ability of transforming the normal cells into cancerous cells. Of course, retroviruses can be used as a vectors when this pathogenic nature is removed by a process called as disarming process. Of course, that means whatever the statement that is given is correct. Then the third one, agarose gel. Actually, agarose gel is used as a natural polymer which is used as a medium during gel electrophoresis, and this agarose gel is extracted from brown alga, but here it is given as a red alga. So this statement is incorrect that have been given there. Okay. Then the fourth one is in gene gun method. So there are many methods of transfer of this desirable genes into the vector or the host. So here what is the gene gun method? Gene gun method is bombarding the gold or tungsten coated with DNA, but here it is given as silver. So it is gold or tungsten are used here, which are coated with DNA, and that DNA along with gold and tungsten are directly projected or pushed into that organism. So but here it is given as silver. So this silver is incorrect. So from the given statement we can say that 1, 3 and 4 are the incorrect, only 2 is correct. So question number 20, the correct answer is 2. Question number 21, the percentage of recombinations shown when Drosophila with white and miniature wing are crossed. Options: 1, 1.3 percentage, 2, 98.7 percentage, 3, 37.2 percentage, and 4, 62.8 percentage. Okay, here we know that Drosophila is that is nothing but the fruit fly. Fruit fly. So here it is used in the linkage. It's used in the linkage process, and here when we cross two charactered Drosophila, that is called as white-eyed and with the yellow body, and second one is a red-eyed with the brown body. When that crossing is there, so what happens, the percentage of recombinations and percentage of the parental combinations are. So the parental combinations in that crossing is 98.7 percentage, and recombinations are only 1.3 percentage. Here the question is related to the white and miniature wings. When they have been crossed with each other, they form the parental combination and also the recombinations. The parental combinations are 62.8 percentage, whereas the recombinations are 37.2 percentage. Why there is a difference in that percentage of parental and recombinations from first to this one? Why? Because it depends upon the distance between the genes. If the genes are very near to each other, they are linked with each other, so the parental combinations will increases and recombinations will drastically come down. Whereas if the little distance is more, what happens, parental combinations will gradually decreases and recombinations will increases. That means when compared to the white and miniature, the distance between this white and brown colored, that red eyed and white eyed is less. So that's the reason why parental combinations are more here. Here parental combinations are comparatively less. So here the question is related to the percentage of recombinations when it is white and miniature, that is 37.2. So question number 21, the correct answer is 3. Question number 22, the phenomenon in which a single gene product may produce more than one effect, so that a single gene may be related to more than one character. Options: 1, pleomorphism, 2. codominance, 3. incomplete dominance, and 4. pleiotrophy. Okay, let us see the 4 options that are given here. One is pleomorphism. Actually here pleomorphism is related to bacteria. That means a bacteria which can change its shape accordingly based on the nutrition that is available to it. That ability is called as pleomorphism. So this is related to bacteria. So this one is incorrect related to that statement. The second one is a codominance. Codominance. Actually here codominance means in the when two organisms have been crossed, they get a F1 hybrid which is showing the characters of both the parents, right? So that is called as a codominance. And in the F2 generation, when the two F1s are crossed, they get the F2 generation where they can see the two parental characters and also the codominant character that is seen in the F1 generation. So that is shown in the lens plant. So this is not related to the statement given in 22. Then 3. incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance means, here the best example to explain this incomplete dominance means a snapdragon plant is there where a red flowered plant is crossed with a white colored flower, white flowered plant, and here they get an F1 hybrid which is a pink colored one. That means here neither the red color one is dominant nor this white color one is showing the dominant character. So that character is called as incomplete dominance. When these two F1 are crossed with each other, they will get 4 plants, out of which one will be red colored, 2 will be pink colored, and 1 will be white colored. So all the 3 are present. That is called as an incomplete dominance. Then the fourth one is a pleiotrophy. Pleiotrophy is a character where a phenomenon, it's a phenomenon in which single gene product will have more than one effect on the product set. So that ability is called as a pleiotrophy. So this is a correct one related to the statement that is given in question number 22. So question number 22, the correct answer is 4. Question number 23. Which of the following are correct? 1. Batua, vitamin C enriched and iron and calcium enriched. 2. Spinach, vitamin C enriched, iron and calcium enriched. 3. Garden pea, vitamin A enriched, protein enriched. 4. Mustard, vitamin C enriched and protein enriched. Okay, let us see the correct combinations which are present in the from the given 4 options. The first one is Batua. So this is a plant which is rich in vitamin C, right? That is correct. And also it is rich in iron and calcium. So that is correct. Then second one is spinach. Spinach is rich in vitamin A, but here it is given as vitamin C. So this is incorrect. It is rich in vitamin A. And of course it is rich in calcium and iron. That is correct. Like, okay. Then the third one is garden pea. And garden pea is an Fabaceae family member which is rich in proteins, but it is not rich in vitamin A. So this is incorrect. And of course rich in proteins is correct. This is correct. Then the fourth one, mustard. Mustard is a plant which is rich in vitamin C. That is correct here. Whereas it is not rich in proteins. So this one is incorrect. So from the given options we can say Batua, both the characters are correct. Spinach, this is incorrect, this is correct. Garden pea, this is incorrect, this is correct. Mustard, this is correct, this is incorrect. So both the combinations are correct related to Batua plant. So question number 23, the correct answer is 1. Question number 24. Which of the following characters are correct related to golden rice? 1. Iron fortified variety. 2. Contain beta carotene. 3. Rich in vitamin B12. 4. Rich in vitamin A. Options: 1. Except 4. 2. Except 2 and 4. 3. Except 3. 4. Except 1 and 4. Okay, so this is a question related to golden rice variety. So this is a highly nutritious rice variety produced from Taipei variety of rice. So let us see the first character related to this one. It's an iron fortified variety. What do you mean by iron fortified? So iron fortified means in this one iron is 5 times more than that of their actual variety of plant. So this is correct. Yes, it have 5 times more iron when compared to the conventional variety of rice. So that is correct related to golden rice. Then it contains beta carotene. Yes, this is also correct. It contains beta carotene. Then 3, which is rich in vitamin B12. Actually, vitamin B12 is rich in curd, which is because of lactobacillus. So this one is incorrect, right? And the fourth one, it is rich in vitamin A, right? Because when Taipei variety rice is there, no, into that one some genes are inserted. Though because of the genes, the vitamin A content will increases. So now we call it as a golden rice variety. So this is also correct. From the given options, we can say that which character is incorrect or not related to, related to golden rice. Which of the following characters related to golden rice means 1, 3 and 4 are related. Sir, 1, 2 and 4 are related. 1, 2 and 4 are related. Only 3 is not related. So from the options, nowhere it is given as 1, 2 and 4 are related. But there it is given as except 3. Yes, except 3 means the other are correct related to golden rice variety. So question number 24, the correct answer is 3. Question number 25, assertion. Abscisic acid is a natural anti-transparent and stress hormone. Sorry, reason. Ions are absorbed from the soil by only active transport. Options 1. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. 2. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. 3. A is true but R is false. 4. A is false but R is true. So here this is a question related to abscisic acid. Already we know that abscisic acid is an natural anti-transparent. This is the one which is synthesized inside the God cells, and this is the one which is helping in closure of stomatas, and when it is leading to the closure of stomatas, it is nothing but transpiration process stopped there or reduced. So we call it as natural anti-transparent, and it is synthesized when the water stress conditions are there. So we call it as a we call this as a stress hormone. This is called as stress hormone because it is synthesized during the water stress conditions. So whatever the statement that is given to assertion is correct. Then coming to reason statement. So here it is related to the absorption of ions. Ions are absorbed by the plants not only by active process but also by passive process. So ion absorption is by both passive and also by active process in the plants. But there in the reason that is given as only active transport. So this process, this one is incorrect. Ions are absorbed from the soil only by active transport is incorrect because it is by both. So reason statement that is given is incorrect. So question number 25, A is true and R is false. Question number 25, the correct answer is 3. Question number 26. The respiratory quotient is less than 1 when the respiratory substrate is options 1. Carbohydrates and proteins, 2. Proteins and organic acids, 3. Carbohydrates and fats, 4. Proteins and fats. Okay, here what is respiratory quotient? RQ volume. RQ, that is a volume of carbon dioxide. Okay, volume of carbon dioxide released to the volume of oxygen utilized. That gives the RQ value, and RQ value is the index of the type of respiratory substrate used in the respiration process. Right here it depends upon the number of carbons present in that one, and proportion to the number of oxygens present in that compound. So here let us take some examples. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the one which are having equal number of carbons and equal number of carbons and oxygens in it. So that's the reason why the RQ value for this one is 1. That is called unity. Okay. Then let us come to the second one, that is proteins. In proteins, the number of oxygens are differing to the number of carbons. That is, number of oxygens are less than that of the number of carbons present in the proteins. That's the reason why the RQ value is less than 1, and the proteins it is nearly around 8.92. Sorry, the RQ value is 0.8 to 0.9. Okay. Then for fats, in fats also the number of oxygens will be less than that of the number of carbons in that fat molecule. So that the RQ value for them is also less than 1. It is around 0.7, right? And organic acids. Organic acids have more number of oxygens when compared to carbons in that one. So that RQ value will be more than 1. More than 1. So from the given options we can say that which of the following have the RQ value less than 1, that is proteins and fats. So question number 26, that is related to the RQ value, which respective substrates will have RQ value less than 1, means that is proteins and fats. So question number 26, the correct answer is 4. Question number 27. A cyathium inflorescence contain 28 male flowers. The total number of sporophylls present in that cyathium. Options 1, 31, 2, 28, 3, 29, 4, 27. So here this is a question related to inflorescence. Once again, a special type of inflorescence we are talking about here, that is called as cyathium. This is inflorescence which appears like a single flower, and in this one female flower is present and many male flowers are present. But in the question they had said that 28 male flowers are present. 28 male flowers are present, but the number of female flowers is always 1 only, right? So the total number of flowers here it is 29 unisexual flowers are present in the given example, given cyathium plant. Okay, right. Here each male flower will have one stamen. Each male flower will have one stamen in it. So each stamen is called as a microsporophyll. Microsporophyll. That means in that cyathium plant, how many microsporophylls are there? A total of 28 male flowers, means 28 microsporophylls are present, right? A total of 28 microsporophylls are present in that one. Then let us come to the female flower. So here the female flower is only one. It is having tricarpellary condition. Tricarpellary syncarpus gynoecium is present. Tricarpellary, that means 3 carpels are present. Syncarpus, they are fused, right? Okay, here each carpel is called as megasporophyll. Each carpel is called as megasporophyll. So that as we are saying 3 carpels, how many megasporophylls are there? A total of 3. So 28 microsporophylls and 3 megasporophylls are there. So now the total number of sporophylls, here they are not asking about micro and mega. Combinedly, how many sporophylls are there in that flower? How many sporophylls are present in that cyathium where 28 male flowers are there? So that is 28 plus 3, a total of 31 sporophylls are present in it. A total of 31 sporophylls are present. So question number 27, the correct answer is 1. Question number 28. Liliaceae members in which leaf modification and unisexual flowers are present? 1. Ruscus and colchicum. 2. Asparagus and smilax. 3. Smilax and ruscus. 4. Asparagus and ruscus. Okay, here in all the options they had given some examples here. First one, Ruscus. Here the question is related to it should belong to Liliaceae family and it should have leaf modification and unisexual flowers. Yes, Ruscus will have unisexual flowers. That is correct. Right? Then the second character is, does it show leaf modifications? Ruscus is a plant which is showing what you call the cladophyll. That is, stem is modified into cladophyll. Why the stem? Cladophyll means the branch is performing photosynthesis. Why it is showing doing so? Why? Because the leaves are modified into Ruscus, that is scale leaves. As scale leaves does not perform photosynthesis, so the function is taken up by the cladophylls. So Ruscus is a plant which is having unisexual flowers and leaves are showing modification, that is into scale leaves. Then let us take a second example that is given there, that is Colchicum. Colchicum belong to Liliaceae, right? But it is a plant in which leaves are modified into scale leaves, that is correct, but it does not show unisexual flowers. It will show bisexual flowers. So that this is not correct. This is correct, but this is not correct. Then one more plant let us take here that have been given in the options, Asparagus. Asparagus also belongs to Liliaceae, but it shows bisexual flowers. Right? So this is correct. This is incorrect. Then coming to Smilax. Yes, Smilax is a Liliaceae member which show unisexual flowers. Unisexual flowers with what do you call this umbel inflorescence. Umbel type of inflorescence, and here in Smilax the part of the leaf is modified into we call what is part of the leaf which is modified into tendrils like this. So it is showing both leaf modification also, that is any part of the leaf it is showing the modification, that is tendril, right? And these are the 4 plants that are given in all the options, right? Out of these 4 plants, which plants are showing unisexual flowers and also modified leaves? That is Ruscus is one and Smilax is one. Let us see in which of the options both the plants are given. That is the option number 3, right? So question number 28, the correct answer is 3. Question number 29. The ratio between classes, subclasses and series in Bentham and Hooker's system of classification. Options: first option 1:1:7, second option 3:3:25, third option 1:3:7, fourth option 1:1:1. Okay, here this is a question related to the Bentham and Hooker system of classification, that is the part of taxonomy, that is plant systematics. How many classes are there in Bentham and Hooker system of classification? There are 3 classes are there. Those are called as Dicotyledonnae, Gymnospermae and Monocotyledonnae. So these are the 3 classes, right? Then coming to subclasses. Under Dicotyledonnae, 3 subclasses are present. Those are called as Polypetalae, Gamopetalae and Monoclamidae. But what about the subclasses of Gymnospermae and Monocotyledonnae? There are no subclasses in Gymnospermae and Monocotyledonnae. So that only 3 subclasses are there. Right. Next, coming to the series. There are 21 series in total in the Bentham and Hooker system of classification. How does we are getting 21 here? Under Polypetalae, 3 series are present. Those are called as Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae and Caliciflorae. 3 are there. Under Gamopetalae also 3 are present. Those are Inferae, Bicarpellatae and Heteromerae. And under Monoclamidae it is 8. So under dicots the total number of series that is coming to 14. Right? Gymnospermae there are no series. So forget about it. Then Monocotyledonnae it have 7 series. So 14 plus 7, it is coming to 21. So the total number of classes, subclasses and series are 3, 3 and 21 in the Bentham and Hooker system of classification. Now let us see the ratio between them. If we simplify them, 3 ones and 3 sevens. So 1:7 is the ratio between classes, subclasses, series of Bentham and Hooker system of classification. So question number 29, the correct answer is 1. Question number 30, assertion, either floral formula or floral diagram singly do not represent all floral characters. Reason, some characters like position of the ovary is represented by floral formula only, whereas placentation and estivation is represented by floral diagram but not floral formula. Options, 1, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. 2, both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. 3, A is true but R is false. 4, A is false but R is true. Okay, here this is related to floral formula and floral diagram. Floral formula is nothing but the formulation, that is the representation of the floral characters with the help of symbols and numericals, right? Floral diagram is a diagrammatic representation of the flower when the flower is in the bud condition, right? So here floral formula itself does not give all the information related to the flower. Some are given, some are not given. In the same way, in floral diagram also some characters are given, some characters are not given. And there are some characters which are shown by both the floral formula and also floral diagram. At the same time, there are some characters which are neither shown by floral formula nor by floral diagram. That's the reason why all the characters are not represented either in the floral formula or floral diagram. So assertion statement is correct. Then reason, they had given some examples here. If we talk about the position of the ovary or the condition of the ovary, we know that the ovary is represented, that is represented as gynoecium here, carpels. If we say that it is if you put a small bar below G, we call it as a superior ovary, right? And if you put a small bar above G, we call it as a inferior ovary. And if you put a small bar side to G, we call it as a half inferior ovary or half superior ovary. So this can be shown in the floral formula, right? That is not shown in the floral diagram. Okay. Then one more character that has been given here, placentation and estivation, right? Placentation means the arrangement of ovules inside the ovary on the placenta is called as placentation. That is shown in the floral diagram, right? But not in the floral formula. We can't show that one in the floral formula. Then other one is estivation. Estivation means the arrangement of floral parts when the flower is in the bud condition. So this is shown in the floral diagram but not in the floral formula. So some characters are shown in the floral formula, some are shown in the floral diagram. So that's the reason why we say that here in the given statements both A and R are correct and R is a correct explanation of A. So question number 30, the correct answer is 1. Question number 31, characters related to twisted estivation are: 1. The margins of sepals or petals touch one another but do not overlap. 2. One margin of a member overlaps that of next one. 3. Present in petals of China rose, lady's finger and cotton. Options: 1. 1 and 3 only. 2. 1 only. 3. 3 only. 4. 2 and 3 only. Okay, here let us see the diagram of twisted estivation. So there are various types of estivations. Actually, we know that estivation is nothing but the arrangement of the perianth parts when the flower is in the bud condition. In this one, if you see the arrangement pattern here, If you see the arrangement pattern of the petals, so here 5 petals will be there. Okay, so in this twisted aestivation, so here the type of arrangement will be like this. Where we are taken the 5 petals here, or we can call them as sepals also, because it is shown in both calyx and also in the corolla part. Calyx part and also in the corolla part. Okay, so this type of arrangement is called as a twisted aestivation. In this twisted aestivation, we are showing 5 perianth parts here. In each of them, we can see that one end of this is one perianth lobe, right? So in this, one end is inside, one end is outside. Here also one end is inside, one end is outside. In this perianth lobe also one end is inside, one end is outside. In this perianth lobe also one end is inside, one end is outside. Here also one end is inside, one end is outside. In this one, if you see the margins are the overlapping? Yes, they are overlapping. So they are exhibiting the overlapping of the margins. But they may be free or fused. This is a diagram showing free condition, they are not attached. If we put a line like this, we say that they are the fused condition. So either it may be free or fused, but overlapping will be there. But in the first statement is given as margins of the sepals or petals touch one another but do not overlap. Do not overlap is wrong. So first statement is incorrect. Then second statement, one margin of the member overlaps that of the next margin. Is it correct? One member of the one lobe, here it is overlapping this one. This one is overlapping this one. This one is overlapping this one. This one is overlapping like this. Each of that one is overlapping the next one. So whatever the statement that is given in 2 is correct. Then of course it is present in the examples like China rose. China rose is nothing but hibiscus. In hibiscus it is present in the petals, that is in the corolla part. And of course it is present in the lady's finger also. In lady's finger, that is called as abelmoschus, which is belonging to Solanaceae family members. There also the petals will show that character. Petals. Then coming to the cotton. Cotton is a Malvaceae family member. The scientific name is genus is a Gossypium. Here also the petals will show this character. Yes, all the 3 examples are showing this one, so 3 is also correct. So from the given statements, we can say that 1 is wrong and 2 and 3 are correct. So question number 31, the correct answer is 4. Question number 32. Select the options in which the genus is correctly matched with all the characters found in it. Options: 1. Cassia, zygomorphic flowers, imbricate aestivation and cymose inflorescence. 2. P. Nodular roots, legume fruit and zygomorphic flower. 3. Sunflower, head inflorescence, basal placentation and caryopsis fruit. 4. Cucumber, pome, parietal placentation and epigynous flowers. Okay, here in the options, starting with the cassia plant. Cassia plant will have the zygomorphic flowers. Zygomorphic condition is represented with a percentage mark. So that is correct. And it is showing the imbricate aestivation. Actually does not show imbricate aestivation. This one is incorrect. This one is wrong. And of course cymose inflorescence. It is showing the racemose inflorescence. That is also incorrect. Right. So second one, pea plant, that is pea plant means garden pea we can consider, which belongs to the Fabaceae family. In this plant, nodular roots are present. Yes, because we know that it's a characteristic feature of all legumes. So this is correct. Then the characteristic fruit in this one is legume fruit. That is also correct. And zygomorphic flowers. Yes, this is also correct. Then third one is sunflower. Sunflower belong to Asteraceae family members. It shows head inflorescence, that is capitulum. That is correct. And it is exhibiting the basal placentation. That is also correct. Basal placentation, where ovule, where this ovary is present on lower side of the locule, and here it is given as caryopsis fruit. So this is incorrect because it will show cypsela fruit. The type of fruit is cypsela in sunflower. The fourth one is a cucumber. Cucumber belongs to Cucurbitaceae family, and here it is given as a type of fruit is pome fruit. Yes, that is correct. And it is exhibiting parietal placentation. So that is this parietal placentation is also correct related to cucumber plant. So next we are going to 4, where we have to see the options that have been given here. It is given as pome fruit. Actually this is not a pome fruit. The type of fruit that is produced by that is pepo. It's a pepo fruit. Okay. Then of course parietal placentation. This is correct. Parietal placentation is correct related to this one. And the type of flowers are epigamous. Yes, epigamous flowers is also correct. So pepo is a fruit, not pome fruit. Pome fruit is present in what you call apple plant, right? In this one, all 1, 3 and 4, some characters are not exactly related to the plant that have been given. Whereas in pea plant, nodular roots, legume fruit and zygomorphic flower, all the 3 characters are suiting or correct. So question number 32, the correct answer is 2. Question number 33. Choose the incorrect match regarding the function of modified stems. 1. Photosynthetic stem, Opuntia and Euphorbia. 2. Reproductive stem, Dioscorea and Agave. 3. Protective stem, grapevines and asparagus. 4. Climbing stem, watermelon and cucumber. Okay, here they had given some modified stems here. First one, photosynthetic stems. Okay, what are these photosynthetic stems? In some desert plants where the leaves are modified into either spines or scale leaves to reduce the rate of transpiration. So that the function of the leaves is taken up by the stems, and those are called as a photosynthetic stems. So those are nothing but phylloclades. Photosynthetic stems are called as phylloclades. That is seen in Opuntia plant and also in the Euphorbia plant. So this combination is correct. This combination is correct. Then the second one that is given is a reproductive stem. What do you mean by reproductive stem here? Reproductive stem means any part of the stem that is helping in the vegetative propagation, right? So here the examples that are given as Dioscorea plant. So Dioscorea is a plant which is producing bulbils in it. The axillary bud will be converted, that is the vegetative bud or the floral bud are converted into the condensed branches which is store the food materials called as bulbils. These bulbils, when they separate from the parent plant, germinate and give rise to daughter plant. So that means bulbils are coming from the buds which are the part of stem. So that is correct, right? Then agave plant. In agave, bulbils are there, but these bulbils are helping in vegetative propagation. They are not coming from the stem. They are the part of inflorescence part, that is somewhere in the bract region they are formed. So this is incorrect. Okay. Once again let us come to option number 2, that is reproductive stems, where Dioscorea is a plant which is producing the bulbils. That is the floral bud or vegetative bud will be developing into the bulbil, and that will be separated from the parent plant to produce a daughter plant. In agave also bulbils are formed, so that the floral buds, those floral buds will give rise to the what you call the new plant, so that the stem is acting as a reproductive stem here, that is a vegetative propagation. Then so all the 2 are correct. Then coming to third one, protective stems. Protective stems, that means the stem is taking up the function of protection. So that is one is grapevines. In grapevines, what is here? It is the terminal bud is modified into tendril. Actually, whenever the tendril is present, it is not the protection, but it is for climbing purpose. And in asparagus, it is a modification called as a cladophil, where the branches of limited growth will develop into green colored structures called as cladophylls. So they show cladophylls, so that stem is not the protective but it is an photosynthetic one. So these combinations are incorrect. Then coming to fourth, climbing stem. Climbing stem means any part of the stem should be modified into what you call the tendril, right? Okay, here watermelon and cucumber. In all gods, the axillary bud is modified into tendril. Here watermelon and cucumber will also comes under gods. The axillary bud is a part of the stem. So the stem is helping for the purpose called as climbing. That means these plants will climb the support with the help of the tendrils, which are coming from axillary bud, which is a part of the stem. So all the fourth combination are correct. So from this one, which of the following are the incorrect combinations means third one. Question number 33, the correct answer is 3. Question number 34, assertion. In grass leaves, loss of turgor in bulliform cells enable to minimize transpiration. Reason, turgid condition of bulliform cells enable the exposure of lamina surface to lamina surface in grass. Options 1, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. 2, both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. 3, A is true but R is false. 4, A is false but R is true. Okay, here assertion, it is related to the grass plant, that is a monocot. In monocots we know that bulliform cells are present. Bulliform cells are nothing but some specialized large sized cells in the adaxial surface. What they will do, they will store the water inside them, right? When they are storing the water, they are helping in the rolling, and that is what you call folding and unfolding of the leaves. So when they are helping in folding and unfolding, when they are fold, what happens? The stomata are not exposed to the sunlight, so they will reduce the transpiration. So that is, they are enabling the minimizing or lessening the process of transpiration. They will minimize the process called as transpiration. So this statement is correct. Then reason statement. So here it is related to the turgid condition. What do you mean by turgid condition? When the water enter into cell by endosmosis, the volume of the cell will increases, right? So when the volume of the cell is increasing, what happens? That is by endosmosis, I said that. So what happened to the size of the cell? The bulliform cells will become turgid. When they become turgid, what happens? They will help in the opening of the flower or opening of the leaf. That is exposure of the leaf surface or lamina surface to the sunlight. So that means it is related, this statement is also correct. This statement is related to the minimizing the transpiration, but in this condition what we are saying, due to turgidity of the bulliform cells, the leaf lamina will expose. When leaf lamina is exposed, all the stomata are exposed to the sunlight. When all the stomata are exposed, what happens? Rate of transpiration will increases, right? But here it is related to minimizing. Okay, that means both A and R are correct, and R is a not correct explanation of A. So question number 34, the correct answer is 2. Question number 35, the ratio of number of xylem patches, phloem patches and strips of cambium respectively in each vascular bundle in the stem of cucurbita. Options 1, 2:2:1, 2, 2:1:12, 3, 1:2:2, 4, 1:1:2. Okay, cucurbita, it belongs to Cucurbitaceae family, and in the stem of this cucurbita, the primary stem of this cucurbita will exhibit a special character called as bicollateral vascular bundle. Bicollateral vascular bundle. That means Here this is a vascular bundle. In this vascular bundle, the middle portion is occupied by xylem, and on either side they have phloem. So this is a cambium. Cambium is a structure which is separating the xylem from the phloem. So this central part is called as xylem. On either side they have phloem, on upper side and also on the lower side. The xylem and phloem are separated by a strip of cambium. This xylem is separated from this phloem by a strip of cambium. So this type of arrangement of the tissue is called as a bicollateral vascular bundle. In this one, the question is related to number of xylem patches. How many xylem patches are there? Only one is present, right? Then phloem patches, here 1 and 1. So total number of phloem patches. Xylem patches is 1 and phloem patches are 2. And the cambium strips. So how many cambium strips are there in this one? 2. So it is the ratio between them is 1:2, 2:2. So question number 35, the correct answer is 3. Question number 36. Former is a genus with pulvinous leaf base and latter is a genus with storage leaf base. Former and latter genera respectively. Options 1. Oryza and Pisum, 2. Pisum and Ziames, 3. Trapa and Dolichos, 4. Dolichos and Allium. Right. Here pulvinous leaf base. Actually, what do you mean by this pulvinous leaf base? Pulvinous leaf base means if for example this is a leaf, okay, the leaf base, this is a petiole, like this. These are the leaflets, right? And this is a petiole. The leaf base is swollen. This swollen leaf base is called as pulvinous leaf base. This type of character is present in the family members belonging to Fabaceae, right? So in that one we can say that which of the following are showing this one is the Dolichos example we can say. Next one is storage leaf base. If you could remember, the underground stem called as bulb. The bulb does not store food materials in it, but the leaf bases will store the food materials and they become swollen, right? That is present in examples like in Allium species and Lilium species. That is Allium sativum, Allium cepa and Lilium candidum, right? That is in the onion, garlic and Lilium species. Now let us see the options. First one should be plant with pulvinous leaf base. Second one should be the genus which belongs to, which is having the storage leaf base, right? First one, Oryza and Pisum. Oryza is and Pisum is not correct, and Pisum Ziames. Pisum contains pulvinous leaf base, but Ziames does not have the storage leaf base, so that is incorrect. Third one, Trapa and Dolichos. That is also wrong. Now let us come to the fourth option, Dolichos. Yes, Dolichos and next one that is given is a Allium. Dolichos is nothing but the what you call beans. Yes, beans belongs to Fabaceae, so it contains this character. Allium, already I said that onion and garlic. The genus of allium and garlic is an allium plant. So that the second one will have the storage leaf bases in it. So question number 36, the correct answer is 4. Question number 37. Study the following table. List 1, A. Ribosomes, B. Golgi apparatus, C. Endoplasmic reticulum, D. Lysosomes. List 2. 1. Universal cell organelle, 2. Luminal and extraluminal compartments, 3. Digest cellular contents, 4. Packaging material to be delivered to intracellular targets or secreted outside the cell. 5. Osmoregulation. The correct combination is 1. A1, B4, C2, D3, 2. A1, B2, C4, D3, 3. A1, B4, C3, D5, 4. A2, B4, C3 and D1. Okay. In this one, let us see the combinations. 1. A is ribosomes. We know that ribosomes are the membrane-less cell organelles. Membrane-less cell organelles, and they are present in prokaryotes and also eukaryotes. And that means they are present in all living organisms which are present in this world. So we consider this as a universal cell organelle. Universal cell organelle. Due to presence of these ribosomes in prokaryotes and also the eukaryotes. So that is one. Then B is Golgi apparatus. So the main function of this Golgi apparatus is secretion, right? Secretion means which type of secretions means they are not only concerned with secretion, but they are also concerned packaging the materials. What they are packaging? They are packaging the materials to be delivered to the intracellular targets or secreted outside the cell. So option number 4. Then C, that is endoplasmic reticulum. We can say it as ER. Endoplasmic reticulum is the one which is having luminal and extraluminal compartments. Like if it is this type of structure is there, like so this part which is present inside is a luminal, which is present outside this part. Outside this part is called as a extraluminal. Extraluminal. So that is a one which is inside that endoplasmic reticulum is luminal. Outside the endoplasmic reticulum is a extraluminal. So that type of character is related to endoplasmic reticulum. So it is 2. Then D, that is lysosomes. Lysosomes are called as a the suicidal bags of the cell, right? Apart from that one, they are concerned with the digestion of cellular contents, right? So that is option number 3. In this one, A, ribosomes is 1, B, Golgi apparatus is 4, C, endoplasmic reticulum is 2, D, lysosomes is 3. So question number 37, the correct answer is 1. So question number 38, the unique feature regarding fertilization in angiosperms involve 1. Fertilization of egg by 2 male gametes, 2. Fusion of egg with 1 male gamete and synergy with other male gamete, 3. Fusion of egg with 1 male gamete and a single polar nucleus with other male gamete, 4. Fusion of egg with 1 male gamete and 2 polar nuclei with other male gamete. We know that in angiosperms a special feature is there. That unique feature is called as a double fertilization process. In this double fertilization, 2 times of fertilization is taking place. One is called as a syngamy. During syngamy process, the egg cell which is haploid will fuse with the male gamete which is also haploid in condition, and it will resulting into zygote which is diploid. So egg is fusing with one of the male gamete. Okay. Then the second fertilization is a triple fusion. During triple fusion, here 2 polar nuclei or the secondary nuclei, actually 2 polar nuclei are fused to form secondary nuclei. This will fuse with the which is diploid in condition, that will fuse with the other male gamete which is formed from this one same pollen tube. That will resulting into primary endosperm nucleus which is triploid. So this process is called as triple fusion. So during double fertilization, so the unique feature regarding fertilization in angiosperms is double fertilization. During that process, egg cell will fuse with the male gamete and 2 polar nuclei or secondary nuclei will fuse with the other male gamete. So from the given options, we can say that the fourth one is correct. So question number 38, the correct answer is 4. Question number 39. The food storing structures in the matured seeds of castor and bean respectively are 1. Cotyledon and endosperm, 2. Endosperm and cotyledons, 3. Perisperm and cotyledons, 4. Cotyledon and perisperm. Okay, here in the all the 4 options, the only 3 are given here: cotyledon, endosperm and perisperm. Right. So here perisperm is an remnant of nucellus. that is nutritive in function. Cotyledon, of course, it is storing the food materials, and endosperm also storing the food materials. We know that in dicots, mostly food materials are stored in the cotyledons. Cotyledons store food materials in dicots. Whereas in monocots, the endosperm will store food materials. Endosperm will store the food materials. But there are some exceptional cases there. Okay, one more thing, that in monocots, the cotyledon is thin, papery, and sometimes it is hard sheet-like structure called as scutellum, right? And in monocots, majority of the seed is occupied by endosperm. And there are some exceptional cases also, right? Okay, here exceptional cases are there where orchids are the plants which are monocots, but in them they are non-endospermic in their nature. That is exceptional case. Right here, if you take the examples, that is seeds of castor and bean. Castor is an dicot, right? And bean is also a dicot. But castor have one special feature, that in castor, fats are the reserve food materials which are stored in the endosperm. So here, first one is endosperm. The food storing structures in matured seeds of castor is endosperm. That is the exceptional case. And of course, as like a normal dicot plant in bean, which part is storing means cotyledons are storing the food materials. The food materials which are stored in cotyledons are in the form of proteins. Here, in the form of fats, right? So, respectively, food storing structures in seeds, mature seeds of castor and bean are endosperm and cotyledons. Okay. So, question number 39, the correct answer is 2. Now, let us come to the last question, that is question number 40. Pick out the correct statement. 1. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the whole of the biosphere. 2. Constantly being changed into some other biomolecules and also made from some other biomolecules is turnover. 3. The length and diameter of DNA is not constant. 4. Hemoglobin of a human exhibit tertiary structure. Okay, here this is a question related to biomolecules once again. Okay, here the first one is the collagen. We know that collagen is the most abundant protein present in the animal world. In the animal world. But there it is given in the most abundant protein in the whole biosphere. So, which one is the most abundant protein in the whole biosphere is rubisco, but not collagen, right? So, that is incorrect. The second one is constantly, okay, here there is one concept called as turnover regarding the enzymes. Okay, what is that means? So, one substrate is there means, okay, one biomolecule is there that is formed from some other biomolecule, and the so formed biomolecule will be converted into other biomolecule. So, that is okay, here constantly being changed into some other biomolecule and also made from some other. So, this type of nature is called as a turnover. So, this is correct. Then the third one, length and diameter of DNA is not constant. So, here if you take the length of DNA is not constant. We can't say exactly how much length is there for one DNA molecule. That's the reason why we take the length of one coil. Length of one coil will be constant. What about the diameter of the DNA? Diameter of DNA is always constant. It is constant in its nature. That is 20 angstroms is there. It is 20 angstroms in length or 2.0 nanometers. So, this is one is correct, one is incorrect. So, this is incorrect. Then fourth one, hemoglobin. We know that in hemoglobin, it's a protein molecule which contains 4 chains. That is 2 alpha chains are there and 2 beta chains are present. 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. So, here how will be the alpha chains? The structure of the alpha chains will be like this. And one more alpha chain will be like this, right? And beta chains. So, one beta chain will be like this and other beta chain will be like this. So total of four chains are there, 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. In this one, actually in proteins we know that primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure and quaternary structure are there. So all these 4 chains which are overlapping one above the other, when they are overlapping one above the other, it is a quaternary structure. It is quaternary structure but not the tertiary structure, right? So this is also incorrect. From the given options we can say that 1, 3 and 4 are incorrect. Only the correct statement is 2. Question number 40, the correct answer is 2.